So this is the PWHL scores for 3/28/26 through 5/5/26. Let's go to. So we have New York Sirens. They defeated Montreal 3-1. Vancouver 3-2 or Toronto 28. Boston 4-2 Minnesota 28. Ottawa 2-0 Seattle on the 28th. And on the 1st of April, there's 3 games. Montreal 3-0 Vancouver, New York 4-3 over Minnesota, and Toronto 2-1 over Ottawa. And then on the 3rd, Montreal defeated Ottawa 3-0. Minnesota on Saturday is 4th, there's 2 games. 6-5 Minnesota Vancouver, New York 2-1 over Seattle. On the 7th, Montreal 4-1 over Seattle, Boston 5-1 over Vancouver, and then the 8th, Seattle 5-3 over Ottawa. On the 11th, Minnesota 4-1 over New York, Ottawa 2-0 over Toronto, Montreal 1-0 over Boston. On the 14th, Vancouver defeats Seattle 4-1. Boston, and the 15th, Boston 3-2 over Minnesota, and New York 3-2 over Toronto. On the 17th, in overtime, Montreal 3-2 over Boston. On the 18th, Ottawa 5-1 over New York, and in overtime, Vancouver 6-5 winners over Seattle. On the 19th, Toronto 2-0 over Minnesota. On the 21st, New York 1-0 over Toronto, and Vancouver 4-3 over Montreal. On the 22nd, Ottawa 2-0 over Boston, Seattle 5-4 over Minnesota. And on the 25th, Boston 4-0 over New York, Ottawa 3-0 over Toronto, and in overtime, Vancouver 4-3 over Minnesota, and the Montreal 2-1 over Seattle shootout. And so the last day of the season. And then in the Walter Cup playoffs, the top 4 made the playoffs of 8 teams, and we had Boston defeat Ottawa 2-1 in game 1 of that series on Thursday, April 30th, and then Saturday, May 2nd was game 1 of the Minnesota-Montreal series, and Minnesota defeats Montreal 5-4 in overtime, and then Ottawa defeats Boston 3-1 in the second. So Boston ties up this, or Ottawa ties up the series with Boston by a game apiece, and then in the third overtime, in triple overtime, Montreal defeats Minnesota 1-0. So Montreal, both teams were really solid, evenly matched teams, and they're both going to move on to a game 3. Then on game, and there's games on Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime has the Script Sports Network games. In Canada, the games are on. It's on Amazon Prime. Oh, it must be on Amazon Prime exclusively in Canada, maybe. I know there are some PWHL games on, so maybe. Then we have in Script Sports over Ion, and some Fox and Plus and Lookers. So they have deals with like local channels, and they have deals with like Script Sports nationally. And then Amazon Prime as well. It's not like exclusive to certain areas, nationally. Then we have 7 p.m. Eastern, game 3, which is Montreal, Minnesota, and then game 3 in Ottawa is Boston, Ottawa series at 7 p.m. Eastern. And 8:30 Eastern is May 8th is game 4 of that series. And the only reason why that series instead of playing like a Friday, Sunday is, or even is because the reason why they have to Thursday, Friday is because Minnesota Wild are playing on Saturday and Monday, like Saturday, Monday, So they have to play. They're playing starting Monday, so 3 and 4. So that's true. And then Sunday, May 10th is game 4 of that series at 3 p.m. Eastern, Boston, Ottawa. And then game 5 of the Minnesota Montreal series is 7 p.m. on Monday, May 11th. And then Tuesday, May 12th, game 5 of the Boston series.